Beverages are abundant, varying in both flavor and in sizes. Most people prefer to use their beverages to mask the bitter taste of the drugs they take. In this video, we'll be telling you why that is not a good idea.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ndibi Augustine Arezechuku. My team and I are here to tell you more about the interaction of beverages with drugs. Often at times, we were told on the dangers of taking drugs with beverages. Beverages like alcohol, like grapefruit juice, like caffeinated drinks, and of course, milk. When I was growing up, my grandmother Ngala Kosili always warned me on the dangers of taking my drugs with maybe Coke or Fanta. Obviously, I used to think, what does she know? You get? But after my studies at the university, I have come to the conclusion that yes, these beverages always have effect on the drugs we take.
It feels good taking alcohol when you've just taken your medication to mask the bitter taste, but these are reasons why you probably shouldn't. My name is Matthew Arofebo, and I'll be taking you on the alcohol drug interaction. Now, the probability or chances of this occurring is relatively high because a relatively large amount of people take alcohol even while on medications. Now, the mechanisms through which this occurs can be pharmacodynamic or the pharmacokinetic. Now, speaking of the pharmacodynamic, we're going to focus more on the effects of alcohol on the CNS, the gastric, and liver enzymes. Now, for the CNS, we have that alcohol affects the CNS functions. It improves prolonged respiratory depression, sedation, and other unwanted side effects. These things occur, for example, when you take alcohol with drugs that are like the opioids, the benzodiazepines, and antihistamines. It's going to increase the long-term unwanted side effects. Now, for example, when you now, speaking of pharmacokinetic, this is talking about how alcohol handles the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion of drugs. Now, talking on the metabolism, this is just how basically how the liver handles drugs in the body. Now, alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs mostly with the liver enzyme, which is the cytochrome P450 enzyme. Now, we have that in chronic alcohol users, alcohol has the ability to induce more liver enzymes, thereby reducing efficacy. For example, in theophylline now, people that take alcohol regularly have chances of having reduced efficacy of theophylline at a normal dose. And then we have for acute users. Now, these are people that take alcohol just during a short period of time. It has the ability to inhibit the normal liver enzymes in the body. For example, people that take alcohol with drugs like warfarin, it has the ability to improve the anticoagulant effect, thereby increased bleeding, which is unwanted. Work with me as I take you through the clinical implications of this interaction. Now, we have that it can reduce efficacy, it increases toxicity, it brings about unwanted side effects like the disulfiram-like reaction that occurs with taking metronidazole with alcohol, and also have the organ toxicity it can lead to, for example, hepatotoxicity. Thank you.
People always feel it's better to take their medications with beverages to wash down the bitter taste of drugs. But here is why you shouldn't do it. I am Ugwebere Frances. I'm here to talk about drug beverage interactions based on grapefruit juice. Now, the probability of this happening is moderate, especially in patients that take grapefruit juice with their medications. The mechanism of action is the presence of pharmacocoumarins found in grapefruit juice, which inhibits the enzyme CYP3A4 that is found in the liver and in the intestines, which help to metabolize drugs and toxins that are found in the body. Taniguchi in 2007 stated the case of a 79-year-old man that presented with a case of opora. This was discovered due to concomitant ingestion with silostazole, aspirin, and grapefruit juice. It was later discovered that the probable cause was due to grapefruit juice, which inhibited the metabolism of silostazole, increasing its presence in the body. Now, pharmacocoumarins also tend to increase the oral bioavailability of some certain drugs, such as calcium channel blockers, tricyclic antidepressants, and also some cholesterol-lowering statins. The clinical implication of this is that taking grapefruit juice with your medications can lead to toxicity, which is the increased action of the drug in your body, which is not what is expected, and also it might interact with the proper action of your drug. So therefore, next time you want to take your medication with a beverage, think about it and go for water instead. Thank you.
Also Charity by name. I'm speaking on the effects of caffeine and medication. What is this caffeine all about? Caffeine is a natural alcoholic stimulant that is found in leaves, seed and fruit of some plants, about 60 different plant species. Okay, how does this caffeine work? Caffeine can work as an inhibitor. It blocks the adenosine, a neurotransmitter that is responsible for tiredness. Once it blocks this adenosine neurotransmitter, it increases our physical performance, our mental performance and focus. It can also act as a stimulant. As a stimulant, it stimulates the CNN, the central nervous system, leading to heart attack, increase in blood pressure, and anxiety. So, it can also increase a dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is found in the brain. So, coming to the combination of caffeine and the medication, caffeine interacts with medication, some of the medication. For instance, the antibiotics, the ciprofloxacin, it reduces the effect of antibiotics. Okay, when caffeine is combined with amphetamine is a stimulant, caffeine is a stimulant, it leads to cardiovascular problem, it leads to anxiety, it leads to insomnia. When caffeine is also combined with blood thinners, for instance, it increases the risk of bleeding. Also, when caffeine is combined with antidepressants, it reduces the effect of antidepressants. Okay, finally, in conclusion, I will advise, and it is proper, that we seek our healthcare advice before taking any medication alongside caffeine, knowing fully well there is individual variation and sensitivity to caffeine. So you should know our caffeine level. You should know what triggers, the level that triggers. Though there is normal range for caffeine for healthy adults, 400 milligram per day. Pregnant women, maximum of 200 milligram per day. Anything above it is not accepted and is not proper. Thanks.
That's Collins. So I'll be talking about the effect of milk and some of the antibiotics that we take. As you all know that milk is a dairy product gotten from mammalian ground. So if you could taking your antibiotic with milk, but these are the reason we should not. So we talk about the probability and the clearance. When we talk about the probability is moderate, too high in patients on antibiotics, most especially those advised to avoid dairy products. We talk about mechanism. We talk about how this works. It's worked by chelation. Chelation, calcium in milk can bind with certain antibiotics like tetracycline, fluoroquinolone, forming insoluble complex that reduce drug absorption. So, as we all know, in pharmacokinetics, absorption is one of the vital properties. When absorption of a drug is being affected, the efficacy of the drug is being affected, like it's being drugged. When it's being drugged, the therapeutic effect of the drug is equally being affected.
Hey there, my name is Eze Ifoma Bianuju, and I'm here to complete all we have said so far concerning drug-beverage interaction, as well as discuss on the way forward on how to tackle drug-beverage interaction. Firstly, it's true, advanced system of pharmacovigilance. It is very important that we as healthcare professionals continue to discover, identify, and report possible drug-beverage interaction using good tools like artificial intelligence and other possible tools that could help to discover drug-beverage interaction and report them to good organizations as well as the general public. Secondly, is through long-term studies. It's very important that scientists all over the world as well as health professionals engage in long-term studies concerning drug-beverage interaction. Thirdly, is through personalized medicine. It is very important that we as healthcare professionals tailor down our patients' treatment to their genomic data. It is the use of genomic data to discover possible drug-beverage interaction in our patients and avoiding them in our course of treatment. Fourthly is that regulatory organizations in the country should come up with ideas on how to make sure that one of the criteria for quality assurance of new pharmaceuticals is through going through drug-beverage interaction studies and also labeling them. When doing labeling and packaging, it is very important that there should be black box warning concerning drug-beverage interaction, and also using QR codes to hold details concerning drug-beverage interaction so that our patients can go to them and learn about them and also know how to mitigate the risk concerning them. With all we have said so far, we have seen that drug-beverage interaction is a very critical aspect of our healthcare, and there are ways in order for us to control the risk or to mitigate the risk. Firstly is by advising, counseling our patients concerning drug-beverage interaction and doing follow-ups, checkups on drug regimen given to our patients, ensuring that drug-beverage interactions are being averted, or if it cannot be averted, at least the side effects are being controlled. Secondly is patient empowerment. It's very important that we give tools, whether it's online tools or physical tools, like I said, QR codes, in order for our patients to understand the meaning of drug-beverage interaction, monitor the possible drug-beverage interaction on their own, as well as ensuring that whatever drug regimen they are taking has efficacy and safety. Thank you.